What's up, LARPer Raiders? It's your boy Dickbutt coming at you with a quick update video. I don't have a full topic to talk about. I just wanted to catch you up on a couple of things that I'm working on, as well as answer a couple of questions that I've gotten since starting my YouTube channel that I've been promising I'd answer questions, so today is the day. First of all, if you follow me on Instagram, which I hope you do, it's Dickbutt Airsoft. Pretty straightforward. I've made a couple posts about a project that I worked on with my buddy Jamf, who runs in my squad with me, that we lovingly call the GAT-ring. This is basically a finished prototype that's been painted, and it's used in conjunction with this guy right here, the RWA KG-9 or the Echo-1 GAT. So I wanted to design something that works for both of these. Now, both of these guns are an assault type submachine gun / almost machine pistol. There's no rail space on either of these except on the Echo-1 GAT if you remove the handguard and do a modification to put the battery inside of the barrel shroud. Now you've got some rail space on the bottom, but as far as optics go, on both of these guns, you're basically limited to your steel sights. Now I know what you're probably thinking, why do you need to put an optic on a gun like this? If you want to go akimbo, and who doesn't with these, you're going to want to be able to acquire targets quickly. So this little guy right here just screws on right over the barrel shroud and gives you space for an optic. On the prototype, I feel like the rail segment's too short and actually was too high. So we've kind of gone back to the drawing board on that. And here is the prototype of version 2. As you can see, if I put it up here, your optic is going to be in a really nice position. And I know this is totally corny and not necessary, but I wanted to design something that, if for whatever reason was going to be used on the real steel, wouldn't actually interfere with the inner workings of it. So as you can see, it does not get in the way of the bolt, and it also doesn't block the shell ejection port. Totally corny, I know, but come on, we're LARPer Raiders, damn it. So for my next video, I kind of want to do a side-by-side comparison between the GAT and the KG-9, as well as show you the final GAT ring, which will be available to purchase on my buddy's Shapeways store. Next, I want to talk about this little action camera right here, which, unless you're living under a rock, you're probably familiar with Brain Exploder by now. He's done a modification to the Foxeer Legend 1 camera to make it into a really cool zoom cam. I saw him using it at the Civil War op, and the second I saw that he was actually going to have them available for purchase, I was pretty much like, early adopter, count me in, that is a really cool looking camera. The thing I really like about this camera is that it's able to sit on your top rail without getting in the way of your optics. I also have a zoom cam from ATN. Some of you are familiar with it. It's the Shot Track. And I kind of want to do a run through of both cameras and the pros and cons to each. I don't know if there's any cons to this one yet. Again, I haven't used it yet. I'm going to be taking it out for the first time this weekend. The other thing I wanted to talk about with you guys is this fine looking woman right here, the Tokyo Marui AA-12. Now, Tokyo Marui just released the drum mag for this gun. I haven't seen it up for pre-order just yet in the States, but I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. And as soon as I get my hands on the drum mag, I want to do a full-on review with the standard and the drum mags. But I can tell you so far with the standard mags that I've been using and in CQB, this gun is such a blast. I cannot say enough great things about it. You guys probably are already fans of Tokyo Marui, and if you're not because you're worried about lower FPS or the plastic that they use, I would put all of that aside right now because they make some of the best quality stuff in airsoft, hands down. Also, for any of you guys out there who follow me on Instagram, you may have seen this little guy floating around. This is my custom patch. It's a Dickbutt with M4.
Oh, hey, it's me, Dickbutt. Pew, 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 pew.
I do have these available for sale at Store Envy. I'll post a link down below if you want to pick one up. They're a measly $6. I'm not really trying to make a ton of money off them, but I do want to recuperate some of the money that it costs to make these little boogers. But I still do giveaways on my Instagram, and we'll probably do a giveaway with one of these in the near future. Now for the fun part of the video, I'm going to answer your questions. On my Scorpion ASG video, Jabber Uchicha posted, will you end up posting gameplay? I don't know if they meant in general or with the Scorpion, but the answer to both is yes. I actually just posted a video at the op that I went to that was led by Jet and Matt called Civil War. It was my first attempt at editing that many pieces of video together. I'm pretty happy with the results. It could have been a little better, but I feel like it'll get better in the future. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing gameplay footage. Not as much as reviews because, again, it's super time consuming, but I actually had a blast doing it and would like to keep doing so. Okay, so here's the next one. Rick Plowman says, what kind of range do you get with the Evo? That's a great question, Rick. You would be surprised at the range you can get out of the Scorpion Evo. I haven't done any modifications to it whatsoever. The gearbox is stock, everything is stock, And I'll tell you what, I haven't really had the need to. Out of the box, the thing is just, I hate to use the word perfection, but it's just it's so right on almost every time I've used it. Now, I've never actually like physically measured, but I can tell you just from gauging distances, I've been able to hit targets at least 200 feet away with the Evo. Regzy is happy, says, Adele stole my song. This gentleman posted Adele lyrics on I don't remember whose post and said that Adele stole his song, and no one would acknowledge the poor guy, so I decided just to throw out a little sympathy bone. And he let me know that Adele stole his song again in my Scorpion Evo video. And again, I sympathize with you because that song was probably worth a lot of money and that could have bought you a lot of airsoft gear. Sorry, dude. On my KWA AK-74M ERG video, Tactical Chester writes, "Oh, where'd you get your spare mags from?" That's a great question, and I actually feel really dumb that I didn't mention that in the video because I opened them on the video. I actually picked them up from Airsoft GI. I'm sure Evic or Evike, whichever you prefer. That is such a weird... I don't even want to get into that. That's so weird. It's Evic, it's Evike. I don't care. Anyway, that place carries them as well. I just happened to pick them up from Airsoft GI because Airsoft GI, from my experience, usually gets things on pre-order a little bit faster than Evic. And my last question comes from Instagram, from Virus74, who says, "You probably get asked this quite often, but how did you get into reviewing airsoft?" Actually, no, you're the first, but I'm happy to answer it for you. Getting into airsoft, like any hobby, I feel like there's a natural attraction for people to go to YouTube. Number one, to see kind of what the game is all about. Number two, to get some ideas of how to get started, what to do. Number three, to rely on reviews to kind of help them make the right choices. And there's a lot of great stuff out there already, but it's not always pros and cons. Sometimes it's a little too candy-coated. Not to mention, I feel like there's another part of airsoft reviews that sometimes is missing. And for example, I can't tell you how many times I've bought a new gun and then been like, I have no idea what mags actually work with this. There's no real way to tell what's going to be compatible with what when it comes to crossing manufacturers, and I spend a lot of time with stores trying to test fit stuff to see if it works, and I figured including that in my videos might be helpful for you guys if you're interested in buying a piece of gear, so you know, oh, this mag pouch fits this, or this mag fits this gun. I guess another point is I spend way too much money on this stuff, and not everything has been a winner in my book. So I figured if I can help guide people towards what works well, what doesn't work well, I'm all for it. I actually really like the airsoft community a lot. Everyone who's been viewing my videos thus far has been super supportive. I can't thank you guys enough how nice you've been. I'm just waiting for someone to be like, "You're an idiot, take your mask off, you suck, I hate you." But even then, honestly, I don't really care. It's been a good learning experience for me on how to edit videos, how to get familiar with some programs that I'm either out of date with or just haven't had experience with, and talk about something that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Well guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Dick butt out!